the toilets of local council buildings across the country, and at the same time 18 residents of a Tokyo apartment building found a total of 1.8 million yen stuffed into envelopes in their mailboxes. Yeah, all for a good cause, I would say. I don't think anybody complained. Now, in a curious case of enemies uniting against a common foe, Al-Qaeda has joined the United States in warning Iran's President Ahmadinejad against spreading September 11 conspiracy theories. Now, the Yemen-based compiler of the terrorist organization Inspire magazine wrote that President Ahmadinejad had appeared ridiculous when he questioned the origins of the attack that killed almost 3,000 people. And last week, US diplomats led a Western walkout at the UN General Assembly meeting during President Ahmadinejad's speech when he suggested that Osama bin Laden was killed to cover up the events of September 11, reiterating his earlier stance that the attacks were a big fabrication. Now, it seems Al-Qaeda does not agree. To them, it's almost like somebody is negating their expertise. So, they are joining forces with the US, just in saying this. Okay, now an interesting but horrific development has taken place in the Conrad Murray trial. The court heard that two of Michael Jackson's children cried in horror as their father's doctor tried to resuscitate him following a fatal overdose. His daughter Paris was balled up crying on the floor, and his son Prince cried quietly in shock as the frantic scene unfolded. And the harrowing description of the singer's death was given by Fahim Muhammad, his head of security. And Muhammad said he rushed into Jackson's bedroom to find Dr. Conrad Murray, the entertainer's personal physician, looking nervous and sweating as he administered first aid. And Dr. Murray then asked Muhammad and other security officials, "Does anyone know CPR?" That is weird considering he's a doctor himself. Now, Dr. Murray is accused of causing Jackson's death by giving him propofol, which Jackson called milk, to help him sleep. And the doctor denies a charge of involuntary manslaughter. I think he really did make a mistake. He did not mean to, but he should just, admit it. Now, kids, if your birthday is coming up, you might want this as your present. Lilliput Playhomes, based in Pennsylvania, USA, is selling signature playhouses, including the top-of-the-range Grand Victorian Playhouse for a cool $20,000. Check this out. Imagine having that in your backyard. Wow. Now, they ship the homes all over the world to parents eager to give their kids a taste of the real world in miniature. And all of the playhouses have lavish interiors with accessories and furniture, and some even have working electricity for air conditioning should the kids get too hot. Now, how cool would it be to own one? Seriously, there is no putting an end to the lavishness of the world. You can think of anything and you can sell it, and somebody will be there to buy it. And this is also weird now, what's coming up next. Of all the things one could take to their grave, who could have imagined that snack chips would be one of them? Yes, it seems that as a tribute, the man credited with creating Doritos will be buried along with some of his beloved snacks. Arch West died earlier this month of natural causes at a Dallas hospital, and his remains were cremated, and the family plans to bury the urn inside a burial box at a local cemetery this weekend. Now, the family requested that friends and relatives who attend the graveside service be allowed to toss Doritos around the box as a tribute. And Doritos were first introduced in Southern California in 1964 and are the second best-selling chip of Frito-Lay's brands, behind Lay's potato chips. And what a better way to recognize his work, I guess. And I want to salute him because I absolutely am addicted to Doritos. The Cool Ranch flavor, not any else. Yeah. I'm suddenly hungry. Okay, now talk about talent. We showed you a picture of this earlier. London 2012 Olympics hopeful JJ Jegede, I don't know how to pronounce that, has successfully cleared 3 parked cars in a single leap. You got to see this one. So here they are preparing the ramp and fitting the 3 minis over there. And the long jump champion performed the feat on a specially designed track and sandpit. Look at him go there. And there he is. Amazing. That must have been a very, very long jump. Yeah. Oh well, I think he has already made a mark and he would be something to reckon with in the upcoming Olympics. Yeah. Oh well, okay, let's move on now. Also, talk about good fortune, all the good stories today. A collection of 300 paintings worth millions of euros have been discovered in a Polish outhouse belonging to a 92-year-old former bricklayer, with police baffled as to how they got there. Now, the paintings were found mixed up with junk and rubbish in a dirty 2-story concrete building in the bricklayer's garden near the northwestern city of Szczecin. Police said the mysterious collection included works of art from the Renaissance and German Baroque periods, with the oldest painting dating back to 1532. Now, a local art expert said while it was impossible to place an exact price on collection, he was sure it was worth millions of euros. But how did it get there? Maybe the bricklayer was collecting them. I don't know. How could he afford it? That's another question. Now, talk about smart innovation. An iPhone application could delay the need for reading glasses in older people by teaching the brain to process blurred images. Yeah. Now, to be launched next year, Glasses Off could allow people to keep reading as normal beyond the age where they could otherwise have needed glasses. And it works by training the mind to translate blurry images into clear ones to compensate for the deterioration of the eyes, which prevents us focusing on nearby objects. And after using the app 40 times, users with an average age of 51 were able to read 2 lines lower on an optical chart, which means a reduction in eye age from 50.5 to 41.9 years. Yeah, interesting. The apps that are being made these days. We are going to take a very short break, and when we come back, we have 2 very pretty ladies sitting here with us, and we'll be talking about fashion for flood relief. Stay with us. Hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. The enormity of the recent floods in Sindh and Balochistan, considering it is 2nd year in a row, have had an immensely damaging impact on life and property. Anyone and everyone who is in a position to help with rehabilitation efforts of the flood affectees has been doing so. And Pakistan's thriving fashion industry is no different. Last year, the Fashion for Flood Relief events raised an impressive 4 million rupees. And this year, they are returning with their 3rd fundraiser sale. Joining us this morning are Mehrunnisa and Rema Qureshi, who did a marvelous job with organizing this event last year and continue to do so now as well. Welcome, ladies. Good morning. How are you?
Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you guys, and what a great thing you are doing. I was just, I met you earlier and I was reading on Facebook as well. 4 million rupees last year. How did it all come about?
Well, we were just talking about what a good idea it would be if, the fashion industry came together and we felt like we were a part of it. So if we did something from the inside and got people to kind of just come together and donate stuff, they would do so, but it became much bigger than we expected.
Lovely. Yeah. So that must have given you a boost for this year as well. That this
we did it twice last year actually. So the one time we did it, the first time we did it was completely unexpected, unassuming that so many people would contribute. And then the second time we did it, it was as successful. And that just kind of gave us the inspiration to do it the third time.
So I was looking at the list of the names, the designers, that it's a hugely long list. So anybody that you contacted was ready to just, chip in?
Absolutely. I don't think we contacted anyone and they kind of refused us. All the designers, all the artists, any creative that we got in touch with, they were just like, Yes, yes, we'll send you something. And also because I think last year set a good precedent for us as well, because I mean it was a very successful event, so I think everybody has faith in us in some way or the other.
Perfect. You really have to. We are going to post that link on Facebook, and you can obviously attend that event as well, which is on Sunday. This is just after 2 days, and so you get what kind of things there, like clothes. Obviously,
well,
designer
last year
would
when we
pick
did
their
it,
clothes and
the
stuff.
first time we did it, we were interested in clothes and shoes. But we realized as we were getting in touch, we were making our list, that there were a lot of furniture designers who wanted to help us out also. And then there were interior decorators. So this year we decided to expand the list. We didn't want to leave anyone out. So we expanded our list to authors, publishers, and interior
So
designers.
basically, okay, this is
become much
interesting.
bigger.
So you go there, and they would obviously be clothes and shoes, but you can get books and furniture and.
Well, we got in touch with
household
we
things.
got in touch with interior designers this time as well. We got in touch with a few business people who have some industries as well, like maybe if they can donate an AC or something, because these kind of things sell really well, and people are very keen on buying them, and it's good money for the flood effectees as well.
Absolutely.
And
Okay,
painters as well.
When you advertise, and again I was reading it, you said that it's at rock bottom prices. So how do you decide, okay, something coming from Nikki Nina or something coming from, big designers, well-known names. How do you put a price to it?
Well, we ask the designers to whatever they donate us. We ask them for the price, a marked
The original price.
Yeah, the original price.
Okay.
And then we just slash that down by a certain percentage.
And then as time progresses, if it's not going, then we'd kind of
During that day?
Yes, during that day.
So
we
it would be
could-
good to come at the end of the day?
Not at all.
Not at all, because last
Because
time we
nothing
were
fit.
sold out in 1.5 hours, and we had people come in and they were like, "Where are the things?" And we were like, "They're all
I think that
gone."
the same thing happened with me as well, because I went there during the middle of the day and everything was almost gone. Interesting. So you collect these things, and obviously so many designers sending their stuff. It has to be organized in a timely manner as well for things to be there. What happens next? So they ship their things to you. You set up your stalls to you. People start coming
Some
in.
people ship them. Some things we go and
We
collect.
go on these massive collecting
We
sprees
go around,
Really?
where it's
pick
one
things up.
designer, two designer, three designer. We're just going and we're like, please, can you get? Because at the end of the day, obviously, we are asking them to donate something, and they're doing it on their own accord. And they're extending their generosity. So I think we have to give them that leverage where we're like, yes, we'll come and pick it up as well if it's a problem.
That is actually truly hard work, that you have to go
It's
almost
very hard.
kind of
work.
door to door as
Even
well.
kind of calling up people and asking them again, like this is the third time in a row.
Because they'll commit, of course, because they will end up giving something at the end of the day. But obviously, you call them the first time, they were like, "Gee, we're a bit busy. I will donate, but call me tomorrow." Then that tomorrow becomes day after, and then
Of course,
3-4
because you
days
have
over.
to
But
kind of-
you have to kind of
generally-
harass them.
you have to harass them,
just
yes,
keep calling them and.
Yeah, but they've been very
coordinate.
supportive. Like
Lovely.
there's no doubt about that.
Lovely.
And people have approached us also. A lot of people that we keep learning about the industry, because I was in New York and Rema was also not in. I mean, she's
I
been
was
back
away,
now,
yeah.
but like we were both away before, and we did the first fashion for flood relief, and we learned about the fashion industry because we didn't know a lot of the designers that existed. So sometimes people get in touch with us. Sometimes our friends tell us, and word of mouth, it just spreads. It's just kind of.
All for a good cause. So I think everybody, in fact, a lot of the people, and again I was telling my viewers as well, we've had other people on the show as well who have done interesting, innovative stuff to collect funds for it. A lot of the people want to help, they don't know how to go about it, and I can imagine the designers and all that being so busy with what they do, and I'm sure they would want to help as well, but they don't know how to go about it. You can give money and all that is one thing, but actually getting together, doing something is another thing. So I think that is absolutely lovely what you are doing. So you collect those funds like last year, and of course now you have experience as well. Where does it go and what's the process?
It goes to the Jazba Foundation.
What foundation?
Jazba Foundation.
Jazba Foundation.
Last year also, basically, our main inspiration was that we were told by the Jazba Foundation that they're trying to make relief packets which cost about 2,500 each, and they were sending those out, and we thought that okay, at least we can try and make a little effort, in whichever capacity, we'll just try and work on it. And so we ended up making 4 million by fluke, and the money was basically given to them to purchase that relief packet, and that relief packet included flour, lentils, sugar, just the basic